Hey Blabonitos, welcome. It's me, Missy. Today I would like to look at 50 common phrases in English that you will use over and over again. So you must learn these. If you plan on having conversations in English, you need to know these. If you don't use them, you at least need to be able to understand them. So let's begin. I really appreciate it. This is another way of saying thank you. Many people will say, thanks, I really appreciate it. Or just, I really appreciate it. Never mind. Never mind is another way of saying, forget it, or it doesn't matter. What do you mean? If you don't understand what someone is talking about or what they said, you can say, what do you mean? We would say it like, what do you mean? When we say it really fast. What do you mean? What do you mean? What's going on? This is another way of saying something like, how are you? It's a greeting. So you'd say, hey, what's going on? The other person could say, nothing much, or not much. Are you free? And then you would say a specific time, like, are you free on Tuesday? Are you free on your birthday? Are you free tonight? Watch out. Watch out is another way of saying, be careful. If someone is walking and someone is about to bump into them, you might say, watch out, before the two people collide. Or if someone's walking in the street and a car is coming, you'd say, watch out. Another way you could say this would be, look out. Would you rather? And then you need to give two options. For example, would you rather go now or go later? Would you rather eat Chinese or Italian? I'm not big on. This is a way to say, I don't really like this thing. For example, I'm not big on science fiction. I'm not big on seafood. I've got to run. This obviously doesn't mean I've got to run, like physically run. It means I've got to go. I have to go. Here you will notice it says I've gotta run. This is how we will speak, but not necessarily how we will write, unless maybe it's a text or a simple letter to a friend. This really means I have got to run. But we would never actually say it like that, because it sounds a little awkward and doesn't flow. So we'll say, I've got to run. Is there enough? Is there enough food for everyone? Is there enough time? Or if you're looking at the thing, you could just say, is there enough? because the other person already knows what you're talking about. I've been waiting for, and then you state the amount of time. I've been waiting for 20 minutes. I've been waiting for 3 days. No wonder, and then you explain the thing that you're talking about. No wonder you don't like seafood. If you just learned that the person is allergic. Or, no wonder he isn't coming. Because you just found out that he went on a trip to Paris. It's another way to say, oh, that's why. Or, oh, that's the reason. Don't bother, and then you state who. Don't bother him. Don't bother me. I'm busy. This is another way to almost say don't bother me. I'm busy. I don't have time right now. That won't work for me. So someone might ask you, do you want to have dinner at 5? You can answer, that won't work for me. Meaning no, it doesn't match with my schedule. Or you're at the doctor's office and making a new appointment. The receptionist says, how about June 8th? You look at your calendar and say, that won't work for me. Meaning, please give me a different time that you can schedule it for. How've you been? How have you been? Means, how have you been doing lately? Someone would say, pretty good, thanks. It's another form of a greeting. Let me check. It's almost another way of saying, let me see. So if someone says, is there enough dinner for everyone? Let me check. I'll go look. How do you like it so far? This is asking, what is your opinion up until this point? How do you like it so far? You could say, oh, it's pretty good. Or, I don't really like it. Sure, sounds great. This is very commonly used. If someone says, want to go grab a coffee? Sure, sounds great. Do you have time to go to the movies? Sure, sounds great. How much time do we have? How much time do we have? This is what you ask if you're not sure how much time is left to do a certain activity. If someone says to you at work, should we finish this project? You could answer, how much time do we have? Will do. This is another very common one. It's a way of saying, I will do that, or I will do it. Will you tell your mom I said hello? Will do. Can you give this to Jimmy? Sure, will do. That's so true. We say this so that we can show someone that we agree with them. That dog is so cute. That's so true. Oh my gosh, he made so much money. That's so true. Can I get? Can I get is often used when you're ordering something or asking someone for something in a store or a restaurant. Can I get a hamburger? Can I get that blue shirt up there? Hang tight for a second. This is another way to say, wait a second. Do you have a minute that I could talk to you? Sure. Hang tight for a second, and I'll be right there. Don't waste time. This is very commonly used as well. Maybe you might hear a parent saying it to a child or a boss saying it to an employee. Hurry up and finish your homework. Don't waste time watching TV. Let's get going. Let's get going is a way of saying, let's leave now. This is a very common expression. You ready to go? Yeah, let's get going. Would you be interested in? And then you say the thing. Would you be interested in going with me to the museum? Would you be interested in joining a yoga class with me? How late are you open? This is usually something you would ask a store or a business. For example, if I called a business and I wanted to know what time they closed, I would say, how late are you open? They might say, we're open until 10. I get it. I get it is another way to say, yes, I understand. If someone is trying to explain to you how to build a chair, and they want to re-explain the directions, you could say, it's okay. You don't need to tell me again. I get it. I don't feel so good. This is a way of saying, I'm feeling sick, but it's not very specific. Maybe your stomach hurts or your head hurts, but you don't want to explain to the person exactly what's wrong. So you'll say, I don't feel so good. How about, and then you state the thing that you want to do. For example, you might say, how about we go to the park? How about dinner? How about singing this song? What's going on? This is a way to say, what's happening? What's going on over there at that store? I don't know. What's going on between Tony and Alice? I'm not sure. Would you like some help? Someone might ask you this when you're in the store and you're looking around. An employee might ask you, would you like some help? You could say, yes, please. Can you tell me where the juice is? Or you could say, oh, no thanks. I'm just looking around. Where was I? This is a phrase you would use if your conversation went off topic and you would like to go back to the topic. So you would say, where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about blah, blah, blah. What are you talking about? You would use this sentence if you didn't understand what the other person was talking about. This will help them clarify what they are saying. If someone says, did you hear what Sally said last night? If you don't know anything about the topic, you could say, what are you talking about? Can you please explain? How do you feel about it? This is asking someone what their opinion is about a certain thing. For example, if your partner says, why don't we move to Boston? Then he could say, how do you feel about it? You could say, that's a great idea. Or, no, I don't like cold weather. I'd rather not live in Boston. Can you give me a hand? This is another very common one that you will hear often. For example, if someone is carrying a lot of heavy items and they see you pass by, they might say, can you give me a hand? This means, can you help me? Tell me about it. This is a phrase that you would use to say, yes, I agree. For example, you might say to a friend, it's been raining for 5 days now. I'm sick of it. Your friend could say, tell me about it. Meaning, I totally agree. How do I get to a certain place from here? How do I get to Los Angeles from here? How do I get to the library from here? This is just asking another person to explain directions to a specific place. Have a good one. You will hear this everywhere you go. It's another way of saying, have a nice day. For example, you might purchase something at the store, and you say thank you. The cashier might say, have a good one. And you would respond, you too. Would you happen to know? And then you state your question. This is kind of a polite way to ask someone a question. Would you happen to know what time the bus comes by here? Would you happen to know what time this store opens? Do you want to? and then you say the thing that you are asking. Now, when we are speaking this, we wouldn't say, do you want to? We would say, do you wanna? Do you wanna go to the gym with me? Do you wanna eat dinner now? No. Do you wanna go swimming? I have no idea. This is basically saying, I don't know. What time is she coming? I have no idea. How much does this cost? I have no idea. Have fun. This is also a very common expression. We use this as a way to kind of wish someone to have a good time when they're going somewhere. For example, if my sister is about to leave to go and see one of her friends, and she says, bye, see you later, I could answer, have fun. Do you have any plans for... And then you say a specific time or day. Do you have any plans for tomorrow morning? No, I don't. What's up? Do you have any plans for next weekend? Yeah, I'm going to Vegas with my husband. You know what? This is a way of directing someone's attention to a subject matter. For example, you know what? I saw your brother walking down the street last night. You know what? He just bought a new car. As I was saying, this is a way to redirect someone back to the topic that you were originally talking about, if the conversation went off topic. So, I might say, as I was saying, the meeting will be on Friday. This will get the conversation directed back to the original topic. Can I have, and then you state the item. You usually use this when you are out at a store or a restaurant. It is almost the same thing as saying, can I get? Can I have a large milkshake? Can I have that flashlight? Can I have that one right there? What did you say? If you missed what someone said, you could say, what did you say? I didn't hear you. Or what did you say? I didn't understand. So, what you're saying is that we would use this if you are trying to make sure that you understood what the other person is saying. So if the person has explained something to you, you could respond by saying, so what you are saying is that, and then repeat what they said to make sure that you understood. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson today, and that you are able to take these expressions and use them in your conversations in English. It will make you sound much more fluent and natural. Also, pay close attention to the way that I pronounced each expression, and try to make yourself sound more similar to the way I say it. This will also help you improve your English accent and make you sound more natural. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the little bell so you don't miss out on any video that I post. You want to always take advantage of every chance you have to learn more English. Also, check out our ebook. This will help you improve your English in just 90 days. With 10 minutes a day of practice, you can greatly improve your English. Each day has audio included along with the ebook, so that you can also practice your English pronunciation and listening. You can find the ebook at this website. Check out our other two channels, Inglés Express and Inglés para ti. I will leave the links to those two channels below in the comment section of this video. Check them out. You guys are amazing, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, blavenitos!